Yeah, my ancestors was around this area, mainly from Claremont area down to Emerald. And I go back as far as the 18th century, my ancestors on recorded in all that area.
They've been around this area, between here, Claremont and Drummond Range, probably about the last 40-odd thousand years. I think they had a pretty good lifestyle. I think there was a lot of native animals and that sort of stuff around at that time, for everyone to share with,
BMA is committed to managing cultural heritage and recognises the Western Kangulu people as the traditional owners of the land on which Gregory Crinum is located, and as such have ownership of all cultural heritage matters.
Well, around this area, the Crinum Creek, and it runs into Lilyvale Waterhole. And because the creeks are pretty far apart around this area, the next major creek you're going to see around here is the Nagoa River. And that's the boundary of our tribe. Our tribe run from here out to the Drummond Range. And the Lilyvale Waterhole and this Crinum Creek and Nagoa was the only main source of water they had around the place here, because you had to go a fair way to get water, and that's why they mainly camped around on these creeks and Lilyvale Waterhole here to make their tools and live and camp there until everything dried up and they moved on to different areas.
Cultural heritage is not native title, but applies to all land in Queensland. It is defined as a significant Aboriginal area, a significant Aboriginal object, or land that has evidence of Aboriginal occupation and has archaeological or historical significance. It is primarily the responsibility of Aboriginal people to determine the significance of cultural heritage. Anyone on our mine site who carries out an activity must take all reasonable and practicable measures to ensure the activity does not harm Aboriginal cultural heritage. The penalties are severe: $75,000 for an individual and $750,000 for a company. If damage is caused to a registered site, 2 years jail can be added to the fines. To protect cultural heritage, BMA Gregory Crinum have a number of policies in place. Cultural heritage surveys are conducted and artefacts are salvaged from future disturbance areas. When mining activities are in areas where artefacts have been found, we continuously monitor these areas and salvage when required.
I help identify sites and artefacts and record the data that we pick up while we're out here, and also we get more technical stuff like how we're going to deal with a quarry or large scatters and things like this. The surveys we've been doing this field period have been very good. We've found a lot of material. We've come back to this spot that we've looked at before. It's got about 60,000 artefacts that we've recorded. There's a lot more that we haven't been able to record because of the coverage, but we're slowly working on it. We also got to look at a quarry, which isn't too far from here.
I'm normally a monitor. I just walk through and look for the artefacts, and artefacts are different because when you look for artefacts, you look for something that stands out, and after a while you get to, so I'm doing it for years now, I can just pick artefacts straight away.
We got thousands of artefacts in the shipping container from all over this area of BMA, at least they got here, and it's all put away and everything, so when time comes, when they finish mining this area, it can be put back by our younger people.
The work we do here is important. The cultural heritage is very significant to the traditional owners. It's important that we do it properly.
There's the only chance we got, and we got one chance to pick up the stuff our old people left behind. If we lose that chance, we lost this forever. And so for us to come out here and pick it up, we've got one chance to do it properly. And I'm privileged to do it. And I'm privileged to be in this team to come out here, and I'm grateful to BMA to give us a chance to come out here and do the work.